Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more educational stuff. This is 21 things in the US that puzzle most foreigners. Now this was recommended a lot along with a bunch of other videos you guys have been sending me in regards to learning new stuff, including a lot more SAS videos. I will be checking those out. Alright, let's just go ahead and jump into it, folks. We'll talk about it more at the end.
Well, you may have lived in the United States your whole life without realizing that something totally normal for you seems bizarre to people from other parts of the world. Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so outlandish? Well, here are some other highly entertaining Americanisms I've gathered. Let's count it down from number 21. Sales tax is a guessing game. When you go shopping in the U.S. and see a price tag that says $14.88, don't expect to pay $14.88 at the register. Sales tax is not included in the price of an item. And since this tax can vary from state to state, figuring out your total can turn into the ultimate mental math challenge. In many European countries, the sales tax is already included in the price. It's known as a value-added tax, or VAT.
See, I didn't know that at first, but I remember somebody mentioned that to me a while back on Patreon. For the life of me, I can't remember why I came up, but I do know that. I did know that.
Number 20. We're total workaholics. A lot of Americans don't feel the need to take long vacations, so they often let vacation and sick hours pile up without ever using them. Plus, most employers only give you 2 weeks out of the year. But in a lot of other countries, like Brazil or Finland, workers are encouraged to take an average of 30 days of vacay.
Whoa, really?
Wow. Maybe I should take some time off. Or perhaps I'll just keep waiting.
Most retail places here in the States, a lot of people might know this, if you don't use your vacation time, they just take it away from you. You don't get paid out for it. It doesn't roll over. You just lose it. It just goes away. I know I forgot when I was like 19 or something like that, and I didn't realize that I accumulated vacation time, and my manager told me after I lost it that I lost all my vacation time because I didn't use it. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know you could lose it. Nobody told me that in the beginning, yada, yada, yada. They said, well, we gave you a policy book. I'm like, bro, I'm not sure if that's uniquely retail thing, but yeah, it's a use it or lose it policy.
19. It's not a party without red Solo cups. In the States, this red plastic cup is synonymous with party on, dude. But other countries apparently don't recognize this cup to mean the same thing. People in the UK, for example, don't use red Solo cups at get-togethers. They have to go to a special website to purchase the cups for American-themed parties.
Really?
Who knew?
That's
Number
wild,
18.
man.
Deep-fried everything. Whether it's fried pickles or even fried Oreos, America has it all. Fried fish recipes first appeared in Spanish and Portuguese cookbooks as far back as the 1200s, and the Greeks were frying food in olive oil way back in the 5th century BCE. But as America does with many things, they've adopted a tradition from far-off lands and took it up a notch, or 5. 17. Get everything you need right at the pharmacy. If you're not from the U.S., it may be puzzling to walk into a pharmacy and see aisles and aisles of over-the-counter meds, toys, makeup, clothes, and even groceries. Unlike in other countries where pharmacies sell medicine and medical supplies exclusively, the ones in the U.S. are like small convenience stores where you can grab magazines, Tylenol, and a frozen pizza in one fell swoop. 16. Fill her up. In America, if a restaurant doesn't offer free refills on fountain drinks, it's kind of strange. But in other countries, once you buy one beverage, that's it. France banned refills on sugary sodas back in 2017 in order to combat the current obesity epidemic. But in the U.S., the idea of free refills is still alive and well. 15. If you don't like it, return it. Whether it's an ugly sweater from grandma or a heinous pair of earrings from an ex, if you don't like it, you can just return it. In America, making returns at stores is pretty normal and super easy. I mean, the U.S. even has a National Returns Day in January, conveniently held for you to return holiday gifts you weren't too thrilled about. 14. Tips for everyone.
So other countries you can't return stuff like once you get it, you're just stuck with it. Work at Walmart. If you tell somebody they can't return something that they had from a year ago, you just give it to them so they can get out because they make a scene like losing it all over the place, dude. I tried to make a change, but I'm like, if you're gonna make a scene, I'm not doing it for you. You can just get out of here. But what happens is they go above your head, and you end up not only returning the item, they end up with the gift card too. So the whole system is set up where even if you stand your ground as a manager and it's your store or whatever, they'll go above your head to the market manager, and the market manager always says, if it gets to me, they get it free. Meaning that they're gonna get their money back, and I'm gonna give them a card so they can get something else. So you just have to resolve it right there. Unfortunately, that's just the mentality, man. It sucks, but that's how it is, dude.
One. Cab drivers, servers, hairdressers, you gotta tip them. Tips are acceptable for almost any service in the U.S. and sometimes consist of 25% of the bill. We haven't started tipping surgeons yet, but there are places in other parts of the world, such as Japan, that consider tipping incredibly rude, like in restaurants. When you travel to different countries, it's important to learn their tipping etiquette so that you don't offend anyone. 13. Coffee to go. With a Starbucks on every corner, it's very normal to see people toting around a coffee as they shop, commute to work, and whatever else at all times of the day.
Yeah.
But in many parts of the world, coffee is meant to be sipped on while seated and enjoying the paper or chatting with friends. Tugging your coffee along with you throughout the day might be due to the fact that the cups are huge and take longer to drink. Who's got that kind of time to be sitting in a cafe for hours? Sounds like fun to me. Number 12. The land of ice-cold drinks. Now, speaking of drinks, if it's not a hot coffee or cocoa, then it's probably got ice in it. Tea, coffee, lemonade, soda, water. Americans like it on the rocks. If you go elsewhere in the world, odds are you'll be sipping your soda at room temperature, or maybe slightly refrigerated if you don't specifically ask for ice.
Really?
Number 11. Keeping the AC on at all times.
Yeah.
Americans must have an aversion to being hot. In many parts of Europe, people simply don't use air conditioning as much as they do in the States. Here, it's expected to always have the AC blaring, and a lot of visitors find it pretty strange and quite chilly. But come on, it makes sense. If you're cold, you can layer up.
Yeah.
If you're hot, all you can do is suffer and complain about it.
That's surprising everybody doesn't like the AC on. Like, I can't. Dude, when it's like 100 degrees outside, I don't know how people can just sit in that. That's a nightmare. God bless them. And as you said, like, if you get too cold, you just toss on a hoodie or something like that. But, hey, man, to each your own, man. It is what it is. Everybody handles things differently. But I need my AC, man. It gets, like, muggy, especially in southern states. Like, it gets bad. I couldn't handle southern heat. I went to Texas to visit my brother when he was down there. I'm like, bro, never again. No colder than 65, no hotter than 75, I would say. And then with a breeze. Give me that all year round. I'll be happy.
Number 10. Looking at dollars is a snooze fest. I remember going to Europe for the first time and thinking their banknotes looked like Monopoly money. And I guess a lot of countries have bills of different colors and sizes depending on the value, like Swedish krona and Russian rubles. But not in the US. It's all greenbacks, baby. Sure, 10s look a little yellowy, 50s are kind of pinkish, and Benjamins seem bluer than the others. But still, US dollars definitely aren't as fun and rainbowy as other currencies.
We need
Number
to rainbow
9,
it up, man.
giving
That'd be cool.
a thumbs up. In America, even little kids know a thumbs up means good job, way to go, or anything positive like that. But if you travel to Greece or the Middle East and give this common American gesture, you probably won't make too many friends. Hey, how about giving this video a thumbs up for the useful
What does
tip?
it mean? Something bad everywhere else? Or people just say that's
Number
weird? What are you
8,
doing?
the date writing conundrum. So many visitors to the U.S. get really confused by the month, day, year thing, because most parts of the world write the day, then the month, then finally the year.
Really?
There's no clear
Dude, I didn't know. That's
historical
crazy.
reason why the U.S.
Well, it's not
insists
crazy,
on
it's just
writing the day
different,
differently, but
yeah.
we just do.
That's wild, man.
Number 7,
more
pre-baby
you know.
baby showers. Many cultures celebrate a new baby coming into the world, but America is one of the few places that does this before the baby actually gets here. In East Asian countries, for instance, celebrations for a new baby are held once the baby is born, as doing otherwise is seen as bad luck. Number 6, where "how are you" means hello. Sure, people ask each other how they're doing in other countries, but Americans often use this phrase as a replacement for hey or hello. It doesn't even require a real response.
Yeah.
People just answer with fine thanks, even if they're in a horrible mood or had a terrible day. Number 5.
Not always. Some people
Bathroom stalls that aren't so private. Don't like doing your business in front of complete strangers? Americans don't either, of course. But the fact that bathroom stall doors often reveal as much as your entire lower leg seems to say otherwise. There's no clear reason as to why there's this big gap in public bathroom stalls here. But many guess it's for safety reasons or ventilation. Just saying.
No, it makes no sense at all, man. Yeah, I always hated public restrooms, dude, just the way they're designed. And in between, like, where the lock is at, there's a giant gap there, too. So even if it came to the floor, I think that gap still exists where the lock is at for somebody to just peer through at you. It's a stupid design. It's terrible.
Number 4. No one uses their inside voice. A lot of my friends who are visiting or moved to the U.S. tell me that locals speak so loud compared to other countries. Whether it's talking on your cell phone or chatting with a friend over lunch, Americans seem to really like projecting their voice. I don't know. Maybe we just want to make sure we're heard. Number 3. It's all about choices. Walk into any grocery store aisle and you'll notice at least 10 different options for cookies, crackers, or cereal. People in the UK don't have these many options for food, and you'll almost never find anything in grape flavor there. Number 2.
Wait, I need to know more about the grape thing. People don't like grapes in the UK? I never heard that before. Or grape flavor? Huh. Because grape is my jam, son.
Hopping into the back seat of a cab. When getting into a cab, it's customary in the States to scoot on into the back seat. But in countries like New Zealand and Australia, riding anywhere but shotgun can be a little rude.
Really?
Number 1.
That sounds like a nightmare, man. I don't want to ride in the front seat. I need that back seat, man. I need to be back there. Oh, no.
That classic American smile. In the U.S., people aren't afraid to be nice and show their pearly whites all the time. And according to a 2015 study at Brown University, because America has always been a very diverse country, it forced people to smile at each other more since they couldn't always communicate with language. That's just one more historical theory as to why Americans tend to smile more than people in other places do.
Unless you're in a big
maybe
city.
We're just, friendlier. Whether you're from the U.S. or not, can you add any more strange Americanisms to the list? Let me know down in the comments.
All right, I learned a lot from this video, man. That is wild. And strangely enough, the grape thing is the thing I have the most questions about. Because I love grape. You kind of think everybody loves grapes because grapes are so delicious. Grape soda, grape drink, grape juice, grape jelly, grape jam. Grape airheads, grape now and laters. Grape is just fantastic, dude. Man, that's wild. There's barely any grape stuff there. The toilet stall thing, too. Our toilet stalls suck. I do not like them. I always hated how tall they were. Always hated the gap. I never liked our restroom designs. They've always sucked. Being loud, yeah, there's a lot of loud people. I'm not very loud, but there's a lot of loud people. I couldn't imagine climbing in front of a taxi. The AC thing, man, not having the AC running all the time, bro, it gets so hot. I don't know how people can just sit in pure heat. If it's between 65 and 75 degrees, I get it. I can just crack a window, get that breeze. But once it starts getting hotter than that, bro, AC on, brother. Maybe people's houses are insulated better, so it keeps that nighttime coolness in your house longer or something where you don't need AC, but I need it, brother. It can get hot. But yeah, I learned a lot in this video, man. I really enjoyed it. I definitely appreciate you guys recommending it. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.